Mr. Simon Jordan, Mr. Graeme Souness. And Simon, your take on the outcome of that Rangers-Celtic game yesterday was that if Rangers had won yesterday, they go on and win the league.
I mean, of course I understand Graham's point. Coming back from being 2-0 down and then 3-2 down means in the individual moment after the game you're going to feel better. And that in part was the question that you asked, Graham.
And that's how I answered
I then moved it past that to say, well, that lasts for a very short period of time. Rangers are in a two-horse race for a league and they can't beat their main rival. And it feels to me, as never having played the game, but it feels to me that in a league of two teams that are going to win it, you've got to beat that side at least once to give yourself an opportunity. And they haven't. And I don't think they'll beat them at Parkhead. Because I think Celtic have got, not because they've got their number, I think clearly in those head-on-head games, Celtic are the better side.
I mean, presumably, Graeme, when you were there with Rangers, managing Rangers, en route to winning the league, you beat Celtic.
Yeah, that generally follows. You know, who wins the most Old Firm games wins the league.
So logic follows that Simon's right.
I come back to it. I was about to say, don't ever use logic when you're talking about football. Don't think there's logic in football. There isn't. There is none.
All right. And the other little spat, which will settle right here and now. Was Clement your man? Was Lampard your man?
I was part of the process to interview for the new manager. And I pointed out to the people who were making the decision the pros and cons on both. And that came down to Frank Lampard and our manager,
Philippe Clement.
And I made the point for both of them, and I made the downside on both of them. And then their choice, not my choice. Now, he's saying I came heavily on the side of Frank.
I didn't say that.
I came heavily on... But you weren't even there, so how do you know?
No, because you came on the radio and told us.
But how do you know you weren't there?
That's how I knew.
You weren't there.
No, but
you were not in the process, so you don't know what went on.
No, I know what you told me, that's all.
You're misunderstanding me.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood what you said, which is that you relied upon Lampard.
You choose to hear certain things and not other things, as I've...
no, I do. I drown out the drivel. Yeah. I try and drown out the drivel and get to the point. No, the only reason I think that Lampard was your choice is because you told me.
Part of the process was to point out who I fancied for the new Ranger to be the new Rangers manager. There was pluses for Philippe Clement, and there was minuses as there was for Frank.
He's trying to have it all ways, is what he's trying to do.
There was a suggestion from you, Graeme, that because Lampard was showing a willingness to come to Scotland and manage Rangers, in spite of all his wealth with all the properties that he owns, that he was willing to do it.
My biggest concern for both of them, and it would be for anyone going to Celtic or Rangers, that is a unique job, and you are from the west of Scotland, so you know what I mean by this. Working in the west of Scotland is a very unique experience for a football manager. Philippe Clement was coming from arguably the most glamorous football club, living in Monaco. Could there be a bigger difference with coming to the west of Scotland to work for Monaco? There couldn't be.
Who would you have chosen, Graeme?
It wasn't my gift to choose.
In a hypothetical world,
it was not in my gift to choose.
Who would you have chosen?
It was not in my gift to choose.
You won't answer that question.
It wasn't my gift to choose.
At the time, you would have chosen Lampard.
No, but I've come back. I've answered it. There was pluses and minuses for both of them.
Okie doke. I'm not being a contrarian, but I know he's a bloody hypocrite, right? And I know he's trying to have it all ends around, and I know what he said, and so do you, Jim. And it doesn't really matter because the end result is they got the right guy in, and the guy's doing a brilliant job, and we all think now he was the right choice, don't we?
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.